I gazed lovingly at my 5-year-old piano student, remembering the words of Henry Adams, "A teacher affects eternity." He can never tell where his influence stops. Carly, do you realize that if you work hard, one day you'll have a gift you can share with others? In this defining moment, Carly looks deeply into my eyes. "Miss Connie, you have hairs up your nose." Mr. Contest Master friends, when I was Carly's age, my dream was to play the piano. At my very first lesson, Miss Imogene, the only teacher in town, announced, "Now, I don't give recitals. They're just too much trouble." Soon, I realized Miss Imogene expected absolutely nothing from me. One day the phone rang. Miss Imogene said to my mom, "I hate to be the one to tell you this, but Connie is not cut out for the piano." Wait, you're wasting my time, your money. Choking back tears, I left that dream there to gather dust and hoped that the longing would go away. 3 years later, an extraordinary thing happened. A concert pianist traveled to our tiny town, and she, Nancy Claxton, became the pianist at my church. Woo! She did make that piano talk. In fact, one of the deacons was overheard to say, "You know, we just bought that grand piano. I hope that Nancy girl don't tear it up." When I learned that the concert pianist was taking students, I wasted no time. I reached down, I found that dream, I dusted it off, and I showed up at her doorstep one afternoon at the beginning of my junior year in high school. She listened to me play. Underneath wrong notes, sloppy fingering, and very weak technique, she must have heard something. I believe she heard my dream. Because when I finished, she asked, "Do you want to compete at state? Do you think I can?" "It depends. How badly do you want it?" "Real bad." "Then I know you can. I know you can." A teacher affects eternity. When word got out that I would be competing to represent my high school at state, a well-meaning adult, someone I trusted, pulled me aside. "I hate to see you get your hopes up, but let's be realistic. You have no background in piano." He was right. But when I relayed this to Miss Claxton, she was furious. "Look, you may not win, but I certainly hope you don't plan to fail. You get your hopes up as high as you want. Back it up with hard work. Let's see what happens. From this point forward, you picture yourself winning, not losing. Am I clear?" Could you repeat that? I got it. The next several months were filled with tedious hours of practice after school. One day, my little brother could stand it no longer. "Mom, make her stop! She plays the same song over and over." But the day finally came, and I cautiously climbed the creaky steps to the stage of the ancient, musty recital hall. My heart was pounding. I heard the sound of 1,000 negative voices. "You don't belong here. Who do you think you are? You have no background. Stop." I chose to listen to the voice of my teacher. "You worked hard. You are well prepared." That day, I played my heart out. I will never forget the looks of astonishment as the girl with 2 years of piano lessons was proclaimed the first place winner in the state of Georgia. Everyone was shocked. Everyone was surprised. Everyone but Nancy Claxton. Largely because of Nancy's investment in my life, I went on to get 2 degrees in music, and for the next 20 years, I had the privilege of paying it forward with students of my own, like Carey. I am so grateful to have had a Nancy Claxton in my life. Who is going to be grateful to have had you in their life? We are not all teachers by profession, no, but listen, we are all teachers of something to someone, whether by our actions, our attitudes, or our words. May we be the kind, even with hairs up our noses, who invest in, encourage, equip, and inspire others to reach their God-given dreams, because a teacher affects eternity. Listen, I know perhaps while you were hearing that speech, maybe there was a favorite teacher that came to your mind. Did you have somebody in mind? Somebody maybe way back there, elementary school, junior high, high school, college, I don't know. But every one of us have someone in our life that has affected our eternity. And so I hope that if that person is still living, that maybe tonight, tomorrow, over the next week, you might take the time to thank that teacher in your life. Write a letter, just send a note, make a phone call. And if they're no longer living, just offer a prayer of thanksgiving for that person who invested in your life. Tonight, I have the great privilege of introducing to you the famous Nancy Claxton. So please join me in welcoming Nancy Claxton. When we were warming up a while ago, someone said, "That's the teacher you were talking about? What, was she in 5th grade or something when she was teaching you?" But I do think I was in your first batch, wasn't I?
She was. Yeah. She was like, I started 1 year and then you were the next year.
Oh, okay.
So very early. But what a talent.
Oh, goodness.
What a talent.
Well, I'm so privileged that you could be here tonight. It was hard to get through that. I've given that speech many times, but never with you in the audience. And that, whoo, that was a little hard to look over that way. But tonight, we are going to perform for you a very serious work of music, and from 2 classically trained musicians, and this is considered the highest echelon, really, of classical music, and just I'm honored to be able to present this to you tonight. So, a duet with Nancy Claxton. Okay. How did you say turn this? I got to get in the zone.